Glenn Schwarm from Signature Home Buyers with a quick tip of the day today. A common question that we get is, what is the process to sell my home? I have a buyer, we've agreed on a price, now what? What do I do next? Well, it's really pretty simple. I'm going to try and break it down. We keep these tips only less than 2 minutes, so I'm really going to just try and rush through this, but there's a little more to it than this, but this will give you the real good backbone for how the process works. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a contract. You want to have something on paper that spells out exactly what's going to happen. Now, I recommend highly that you use a standard MLS, that stands for Multiple Listing Service, MLS contract. You can probably get one online. If not, you can probably call a real estate agent, or if you know friends who are real estate agents. If you don't have one, if you're not using an agent, you can certainly get one of those forms. It's a general basic form. You're both going to fill out, actually the buyer usually makes the offer to you. That's usually how it's done. But if the buyer doesn't know what they're doing, maybe you can help them with it too. But you can fill the information out. It lists out who the buyer is, who the seller is, what are the terms, what is the payment, how will it be paid, is there a mortgage involved, is there a deposit involved? It asks a few questions like that, and then it gets back to the part in the back where it talks about inspections. Do you want to inspect the house? What do you want to do to check things out before you go through with the contract? Now, you're going to give a deposit on the house. Typically, it's a small deposit. It might be $1,000, it might be $5,000. Just depends on the size of the house and the contract and what you guys all agreed to. You're going to write that on the contract. The best part about the contract in New York State, the standard MLS agreement has what's called an attorney approval clause. That is your best friend, because an attorney approval clause protects you. It protects both of you, actually, because in New York State, we use attorneys to do closings. So the attorney approval clause says, no matter what we fill out on this contract today, no matter what we sign, no matter what money transfers hands, none of it is binding or legal until both attorneys agree that it is so, in writing, okay? So that protects you. So some people get nervous and say, I don't want to sign something until my attorney sees it. Well, it doesn't matter, because it's not valid until the attorney approval time has expired, okay? You're going to then give that contract to your lawyers. They're going to go through and do their process and, make sure that everything is there to protect you. And in New York State, they are going to go ahead and continue with the closing and do what they have to do. As a seller, you may have to provide some proof of payoff. If you had old mortgages on the house, or if you have a current mortgage, you'll have to get a payoff for that. But the lawyers will instruct you on every step of the way. And really, if it's a home you live in, you're going to have to start to prepare to move out. And it's really pretty simple from that point forward. It's not overwhelming. It's not daunting. It's just a process that you have to go through. And I hope that kind of helps. If you're going to sell a house and you wonder what that process is, that's in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it that are small parts, but that's what it is in a nutshell. So there's your quick tip of the day. I hope that helped you. Good luck selling your home.